Hi there, good evening, all my yogis, my yinsters, and of course, all the other yogis. This is Nicole here from Nicole Schultz Yoga from the Heart. I just recorded two different yoga nidras, one shorter one, it's about 15 minutes or so, and the other one is definitely longer, which is twice as much, around 35 minutes. Um, and what I thought is I'd give you a little bit of an introduction. If you don't know what Yoga Nidra is all about and you've never practiced it, I would like to share with you what I share when I teach my Yin Yoga teacher trainees in the setting of my Yin Yoga teacher training about Yoga Nidra. So I'm going to read that definition to you, and I'm just going to add a little bit more information, but of course you can always reach out to me, send me an email if you have any additional questions. So the definition, what I share with my students is Yoga Nidra works at the subconscious level. It's the state between wakefulness and being sound asleep. So if you're asleep, it's unconscious rest. We're not really fully aware of what's happening. Whereas Yoga Nidra is the state where we choose to rest. It's conscious rest. That's the biggest difference. So nowadays in our society, we're really not used to staying in that state anymore. So we're either fully awake and most of the time pretty much stressed out, running from A to B. Probably not right now with the situation that's going on, but and the other situation is fast asleep. So most of the times what I notice in classes when I teach this is that people have trouble really staying in that space in between fully awake and fast asleep because we just don't know. We're so exhausted and we don't know how to do it. But there's so many benefits and like things we can understand and inquire into when we are in this state of conscious rest. That's why practicing Yoga Nidra is very, very beneficial, especially right now in the situation where we encounter a lot of uncertainties. Um, so again, it works at the subconscious level between wakefulness and being sound asleep. It establishes the link between conscious desires, willpower, subconscious, and unconscious mind. It is a systematic method of complete relaxation, holistically addressing our psychological, neurological, and subconscious needs. It involves quietening the overactive conscious mind, which we're all exposed to, then moves into a meditative state, gradually finding a state of ultimate harmony, intrinsic peace and quiet, in which the brain waves slow down and a subtle euphoria emerges. This particular state of consciousness being much more than just a simple relaxation technique, because we're also inquiring into other layers, helps to decondition the mind, release unnecessary, irrelevant events and associations stored in the sub and unconscious mind. So it basically helps us understand a little bit more why we're responding in the way we're responding. Oftentimes we're not even aware of that. So as we find this deep state of relaxation, it allows us to be with those situations, and the intention and the goal is to stay neutral although we're looking at those situations. And this helps us create the appropriate response in our awakening life. So when we're again exposed to those situations in like the full-on stress mode, we are experiencing awareness without words, thoughts, images, feelings, and other sensations, and we're all allowing those sensations in, no matter what. We're accepting them the way they are. The state where your innate wisdom, intelligence, and intuition naturally reside. So enjoy the two recordings. Again, the longer one is a little bit more going through those stages, and the longer one is also the one where we establish what's called an inner resource, which is this safety net. The shorter one is really if you only have like 20 minutes and you just want to relax and put your brain into a different state or to a different place. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to talk to you. Sending love and light from my heart to your hearts. Namaste.